let people know this is not what a lot of the farming and things look
It doesn't matter what it looks like. When you make animals an object and you use them for profit, you're putting them in an objectified stance, meaning that people will perpetuate violence towards them systemically forever until you recognize that they all have feelings and there are sentient beings who believe that they should live.
Yeah. Would you
really like
to,
that.
This gentleman came
Sure.
up and wanted to be a
Oh, you want to jump in? Thank you.
If you'd like to talk about it. Yeah. So I guess I want to ask you, because you talked a little bit about, like, you know, this isn't like the right way, or like what they're, you know.
Well, I'm saying there's a lot of other ways than this that people raise animals, eat them, and everything else. This isn't, you know, you can't generalize every animal that's been eaten by these videos of the worst cases.
So what would you say would be like the right way, or like a humane way to do it?
There's plenty of different ways. I mean, humane, like you said, the animals should be able to eat, should live, and whatever else. You need them to be healthy to eat them, right? Yeah. And so, yeah, I mean, like I said, I grew up on a farm where we ate the animals we raised. And it looks nothing like this. So to generalize everyone eating every animal by some bad things committed by some people just seems insane, right?
Well, I would get it, like, if we were saying that this is 100% of, like, you know, pure totality, like this is exactly what is happening in every single situation.
So are you okay with the animals that are being raised differently that get eaten?
We are not. And the point is because we have a objective stance against the exploitation of any sentient being. You know, these animals, they feel, they think.
Right. So is it okay in the wild if an animal eats another animal?
They're living in like a survival situation, though.
We live in a survival situation every day.
I mean, not necessarily, though.
How do you figure? We got to eat to survive.
Yeah, but you can choose to go to maybe like a grocery store or a farmer's market to get these things.
And once again, so you're thinking that the plant-based food is better for the world or the environment?
It's better for everybody.
Except for the people eating it.
What do you mean?
I mean, there's meat is a very healthy part of a diet. It has been since people were ever people.
There are actually, have you read studies lately that are talking about how meat is...
Yeah, I mean, you can get studies that say completely both ends of every side of it. You can get a study that says if you don't eat meat, you'll die. You can also read a study that says eat just meat and you'll be the healthiest person ever. Yeah. There's studies that say every side of it. You can't believe everything you read.
Well, exactly, but then you would go maybe look into who's procured those
completely.
researches.
And you look at somebody who's on an all-plant diet versus someone who has a healthy diet, mix of plants, meats, fruits, vegetables, and everything. Without a doubt, the person getting a well-rounded, balanced diet, in my opinion, in my experience, is a much healthier individual.
Opinion and experience isn't empirical data, though.
Right, and neither are yours. You just said that this was a generalization.
Are you, okay, I know. This isn't, I was just saying, this is
an
example of it.
I grew up on it. I've lived this. I get it. I eat a healthy diet.
And
beef,
the thing is...
meat, also vegetables, vitamins, and everything else. And the animals that we eat have happy, great life. You want to tell me the best life in the world? It's to be the herd bull that just go out and have sex with all the cows all day, every day, and just gets fat.
But I don't think so, because at the end of the day, they were being seen as a product and an object.
Did you ask that cow its feelings?
How we can't? Did you ask the cow? Would you ask the cow?
No, but
if you can slaughter it?
What?
Would you ask the cow if you can slaughter it?
No, but does the wolf ask the cow if he can slaughter it in the wild?
Does a wolf have the ability to go to a grocery store?
But we're not talking about the wolf. We're talking about the cow's feelings.
We're talking about the individual life mattering to each individual person.
Right, but you're saying the cow's feelings don't matter when the wolf's, or the cow's life doesn't matter when the wolf's doing it, but the cow's life matters when I'm doing it.
It very much matters. It's just like if I had the ability.
So should we stop all the wolves from eating all the cows?
If we can, yes.
But then all the wolves will die because they don't have food.
Then we would come up with a solution for that as well.
But
why are we leaving it to?
But wolves can't eat. They have to eat meat. They're a carnivore.
Okay.
Right.
They're living in survival situations, right? Say if you were literally in the woods. Yeah. Obviously, I kind of want you to agree, like, this is not a survival situation.
I disagree. I think every day in life is a survival situation, whether it's the survival for food, survival to pay these outrageous taxes, survival to do any of these things.
But you recognize that there's a difference between that and, like, subsistence hunting?
No, not as someone who hunts for food. I hunt stuff and I feed my family with it.
Do you feel like you have the need to hunt? Like you literally need to hunt?
I mean, that's how my family gets its nutrients and food.
When we have grocery stores and...
That costs money. You tell me to just waste money on that when I could go harvest healthy, safely harvest an animal and feed my family?
Have you heard about maybe like how cheap plant-based...
Yeah, because I don't believe that they're good for you. If you look at the plant-based ingredients, it's not just plants. They got all kinds of chemicals and things and everything holding the stuff together.
I want to ask, what do you...
So if we're going for just health benefits, I think a well-balanced diet, including vegetables, fruits, meats, breads, all of that. I don't think you should stick to just one. Personally.
So a whole food plant-based diet, has empirically been proven to be better
Well,
for your
but you say
health.
that, but there's also, you could find articles that say the exact opposite.
You have to look at the empirical consensus. So
Of the places you're
the
quoting.
consensus of scientists is that plant-only diets are sufficient for the human body to thrive.
That's some science.
That's
And-
the
and-
a lot of
consensus.
science.
and listen,
I
Okay.
completely disagree.
So,
Disagree with that.
would you be willing to go just forward with the idea that if they were,
What?
if like a plant-based diet was like, if you could get everything, if you found out that you could get everything from a plant-based diet, like no meat,
Right.
would you be willing to?
Oh, I personally like the taste of meat. I enjoy it as a meal in addition to the nutritional value of it. So there would have to be something. I mean, if there was a negative of doing it, or positive, something like that. But like I said, as far as, in my opinion, God put us on this earth and gave us all these things. Like, what, we're going to stop eating vegetables because trees show signs of feeling, or vegetables do? Where are you going to draw the line?
Well, there's a difference between chopping up a puppy and chopping up a carrot. Do you
What?
think there's a moral difference between chopping up a puppy and chopping up a carrot?
Yes.
There you go. You know there's a difference between animals and plants.
Yeah,
Animals
well, I'm not
feel
an idiot.
and
I know
plants
there's a
don't.
difference.
Well, you were just saying that plants feel as well as an argument to use animals. But
So the
plants
amount
don't
of feelings,
feel.
well, that's okay. So you're saying
Yeah.
because plants don't have feelings.
They do not. They're not
Okay.
sentient. They don't have a brain to produce consciousness.
Right.
Right.
Okay.
So it's okay to use plants, but it's not okay to use animals when we don't need to.
even when other animals, but it's okay for other animals to do it, just not me as an animal. To
Right.
do
They
it.
need to, but you don't.
Why don't I
Other-
need to?
You can go to the grocery store and
Well, that
purchase a
costs
plant-only
money.
diet.
That costs money. What
Everything
money
costs
for that?
money in this
Not
world.
hunting.
So
Hunting
not-
costs
not-
money, ammo
would it
costs
be-
money,
what?
bullets
Not-
cost money.
okay, yeah,
That
would it be
person's
fair-
life.
Would it be fair to go and hunt a stray dog?
What?
Would it be fair to hunt and kill a stray dog?
I do acknowledge the different levels of animals and their intelligence and things and whatever else.
Is
Right?
it fair to hunt and kill stray dogs who have the same intelligence as birds, like chickens?
I honestly, I do draw a difference there. I do draw
What's
a
the
very
difference
big
between the
difference.
dog
with
and the
it.
bird?
I like the taste of chicken.
Is it fair to kill birds
I
for
don't-
your pleasure?
Yes.
Why?
Why not?
Why does your pleasure justify killing?
What?
How does your pleasure justify
Because I
killing?
like meat.
So look, okay, so look, if you're going to,
Circular. Go
All right.
so if you,
Unfortunately, guys, I'm sorry. I'd love to keep talking about it. I think my burgers are ready.
Okay.
So I'm going to go pick them up. I appreciate it. Like I said, I just like you to
I just-
let people know. This is not what a lot of the farming and things look
it doesn't matter what it looks like. When you make animals an object and you use them for profit, you're putting them in an objectified stance, meaning that people will perpetuate violence towards them systemically forever until you recognize that they all have feelings and there are sentient beings who believe that they should live. And they run away from harm. They wake up and
How
they
do you know
piss in
they
the middle
think
of the
they
night
live?
like you do.
Have you looked up?
I don't-
Do you watch
how
when
about
you're
you go-
hunting? Do you try to? Do the animals hide from you? Do they try to run away? Do you try to fool them when you shoot them?
Oh.
Because they want to live.
Exactly.
They want to live.
Well, no,
And with that, I think.
And so we don't have to ask animals how they feel.
See the other side?
I think
All
your
right.
burger's ready. You can probably just go on.